What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so the final game from yesterday's playoff action involved the second-ranked Houston Rockets and the seventh-ranked Golden State Warriors. And despite the fact that the Warriors are ranked as the seventh seed, they have been the prohibitive favorite to win this series. And last night you saw pretty much why. The Warriors just have way too much experience as far as their core is concerned. Although they do have some young pieces, at their heart, they're a veteran team, NBA champions. A couple of them, multiple-time NBA champions, Curry, Draymond Green. And they're looking for an improbable, but not necessarily impossible, fifth NBA championship. And actually, I think for the franchise, it would be their seventh, I think. Let me think. 1947, when they were in Philadelphia. 1956, when they were in Philadelphia. 1975, when they were in Golden State with Rick Barry and those guys. That's three. 2015, excuse me, four. 2017, five. 2018, six. 2022, seven. No, so they actually have seven championships. So this would, if they won another one, it'd be their eighth. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know they had that many. At least I wasn't thinking of it. Anyway, let me get back to the point. So look, Jimmy Butler didn't play yesterday because he has, I believe it's a hip contusion or lower back contusion or some type of contusion in that region. It's a nasty injury. Not one that's going to keep him out forever, but one that more likely is going to have him miss a couple of games. Definitely he was going to miss yesterday. They hope that he can possibly play in the next one, though if I had to take a guess, I think since they have shown the ability to beat Houston without him and have other guys step up, I think he's probably going to miss one more game and then come back for game, what would that be, game 5 or 4? I lose count. But anyway, last night, the Warriors defeated the Rockets 104-93 to take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 series. And, honestly, I think the Warriors are going to win game 4, and they're probably going to wrap this up in 6. I think the Rockets will get 5, and the Warriors are going to win game 6 and end this series. Steph Curry, after having some initial struggles against the Rockets, physical defense, tough defense, scored 36 points, 12 of 23 from the floor, 5 of 13 from three-point range, 7 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 blocks. He also passed Tony Parker for 10th all-time in playoff scoring. So Steph Curry definitely moving up on the all-time list in so many different ways. Jonathan Kuminga got the start tonight due to Jimmy Butler being out. He had 7 points. Draymond Green, the fake Hall of Famer, 3 of 11 from the floor, 0 for 4 from three-point range. Triple single, 7 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Gary Payton Jr., or Gary Payton II, 16 points, 2 or 3 from three-point range. Quentin Post only had 2 points, but he did contribute with 12 rebounds. Podziemski had 10 points. Buddy Hield, 17 points. The Warriors as a team only shot 43% from the floor and 31% from three-point range, which is indicative of the Rockets' great defense. And most of these games, I think all these games actually, have been relatively low scoring games when you consider the era that we're in, where teams are averaging like 115 points. And you got some teams averaging upwards of 125 points per game. The scoring in this series, hell, I would say the scoring in these playoffs have been down. That's to be expected. But I think uh, if I had to take a guess, and maybe a lot of you will agree with this, it seems like in the postseason, the front office has told the officials to let the games be a little more physical than what we've seen in the past, at least recent. And I think that's indicative of the lower scoring. And to me, it's just a better brand of basketball. I don't want to see a bunch of prima donnas, fluttering their eyelashes with, lip gloss on and eyeliner just yakking up threes and high-fiving the opposition. It's just, come on, man. But anyway, got to put this one on, honestly, I don't want to put it on one guy per se, but Jalen Green, 9 points, 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range. He's too inconsistent, and that's the problem. This is a team that, and I don't think you need to reward KD, but this team is screaming for KD. As long as they don't lose too much to get him, I guess the trade would involve Jalen Green, but he's too inconsistent. One night, he scores 7 points. The next night, he scores 38. The next night, he scores 9. You need a consistent score. And one thing that Kevin Durant will give you, he's not going to give you leadership. He's not going to make anybody around him better. He's not an elite defender. He's not an elite facilitator. As a matter of fact, I tell you all the time, I don't think he's top 10. I think Stephen Smith was out his gourd saying he's a top 10 player. But he will give you scoring, and he'll give you efficient scoring. And that's something that the Rockets need. They got a great defense. As long as you lose too much to hinder that defense. But, man, this team needs some offense, consistent offense. Fred VanVleet, another one. He'll get away with it. Every time I see this dude, he's shooting like shit. I don't get it. I never understood what the Rockets saw in this dude. He's not a superstar. So what is he at? 17 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 3 of 9 from three-point range. I mean, he shoots what? 40% from the floor. He shoots 37% from 3. I mean, man, he makes Trae Young look like prime Steph on steroids as far as efficiency is concerned. But Jabari Smith Jr. had 12 points. Sengun, 15 points, 11 rebounds. Amon Thompson, 11 points, only 5 of 16 from the floor. Just absolute trash cans offensively, the Rockets. Man, that was a wasted opportunity to get a big win when Jimmy Butler's out, and I just knew they weren't going to do it. Well, some of it is obviously their youth and their experience in these situations. You heard Green say the other day that in the first playoff game that he had the jitters, the bubble guts, whatever you want to call it. So, what's it to say that in this game on the road, he had the same problems, the jitters, the bubble guts, and all of that. But anyway, Warriors win. The Warriors are going to win this series, in my opinion. And that woman right there with the security press, what is that? The security press badge or the press badge or security. I don't know what that is, but man, she just looked like she got a nice body, man. I'm sorry. God damn. Let me stop. Anyway, tell me what you guys think.